Raanan is fat and he's a Jew. He'll tell you something that you already knew. Your favorite movie sucks. Your favorite movie sucks. American Beauty or Forrest Gump. Your favorite movie sucks.
Talk about it later. Let's just jump in, okay?
We started?
Yeah. All right, we are back with another episode of Your Favorite Movie Sucks. I have in the basement first-time guest. I can't believe it's taken so long to get you down here.
I've been avoiding.
You've been avoiding?
I've been avoiding
yeah.
a little
Greg
bit.
Stone.
Yeah, thanks.
And so far, my most difficult guest in terms of requests. It's been insane. Let's just go over this real quickly.
Sure.
I don't mean this to be like a... But... So first, I was doing a bunch of podcasts, and I was like, all right, I'll do Greg. We got to do Rogue One. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I have time to do Rogue One. Let me call Greg, see if we could just talk Marvel. So I assuming you'd just be like, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
And instead, you were just like, no, I watched Rogue One. I have like a bunch of notes. We have to do Rogue One. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to be able to see it today. Can we do it tomorrow? And he's like, yeah, how about 9 p.m., which is insane. Insane. It's night.
Yeah.
It's night here. And then today, I'm like, I have to watch Rogue One. You message me, you go, how about Peewee instead? Pee-wee's Big Adventure. The whole thing was that we had to do Rogue One.
So there's some layers there, right? The
Yeah.
first one is Rogue One to me is one of the best movies I've ever seen. Andor's one of the best shows.
Yeah.
I would love to do that episode. A,
Yes.
Are we recording?
Yes.
Let's make sure. I don't know, matter to me.
No, we are. Yes.
I would love to do Rogue One, right? But then you say, let's just talk Marvel. I know what that is. First of all, it's like talking about your favorite sports team when they're losing, right?
Yeah,
I'm not going to
yeah.
come on here and talk about Marvel when everything they've made in the past few years is shit. I'm just open
But
for
I
you
would have
to
talked about
abuse
how
it.
the good stuff is shit. I would have focused on how even the best stuff is shit.
I'm so abused right now from talking Marvel to people who just, like, all you motherfuckers who hate Marvel are living in the sun right now because we haven't had good stuff since Endgame, and you're like, it sucks now, and it's always sucked. And I'm like, fuck you. You all came with me to those movies. We laughed. We had great
We're
times.
like the anti-Zionists who are like, Israel's always been bad. You're like, no, maybe they're like worse now. No, they were evil from the beginning. You're like, I don't know.
Yeah, don't pull me into your bullshit. Sure. Whatever, man.
I just lost my entire career making that analogy.
No, so it was like, all right, I don't want to really do Marvel, but I did really want to do Rogue One.
Yeah.
But then, for some reason, I watched this clip of Pee-wee, and I was like, Pee-wee's Big Adventures, such a fucking great movie. I got to watch that movie right now. I'm so in love with Pee-wee right now. I was like,
Yeah.
this is something I want to talk about, and I'm very much into, like, if you have a set list, but you feel something, you throw the set list away.
Oh, I know. I was actually, my whole day has been scheduled based on your impulsivity. Like, you're just, know what, we're not doing Rogue One. And now I like became you. I became your chaos of improvised impulsivity.
Yeah.
And I like, I'm a set list guy. I like to have structure, And so I was like, all right, I guess we're doing like I had like you gave me your specific brand of ADD and craziness.
Yeah.
So I watched Pee-wee. So I had never seen Pee-wee. It's a blind spot for me, as is most stuff from the 80s. But so I watched it. So now we're going to talk about Pee-wee.
I'm so excited. I don't know, whatever. I don't know where your set list is, but like that movie as a kid meant so much to me. And then you watch it now, and it's 1,000 times funnier. There's so many jokes that were like, I didn't get that then, and now I get that.
It is very funny. And now it's interesting to talk about with me because I didn't see it as a kid.
Right.
So I have none of the nostalgic, which can sometimes be a blind spot, but you get to, I guess, see what the experience is of someone who didn't grow up with it. Here was my experience. I started watching. I've heard that's very good, but it's always weird to know what it means when that's very good because you're like, it's a children's movie, right? Or is it?
I mean, it could be for children.
It could. That's him.
No. There's a major point that we need to talk about. I mean, should we just? Is it a children's movie? Let's just say, right? Like 99% of it is, but then they have that large Marge scene, which as a kid, every kid my age,
you, huh?
everyone who is around my age has trauma from that movie.
Really?
Where
From
that
that
thing
moment?
when Large Marge sent you, that scared every kid in the 80s to death that you go, what were you people thinking? Like, you made a children's movie and put the most horrifying moment in it.
That was a real Tim Burton moment too, because like there's so much of the Pee-wee Herman aesthetic, and you're
Yeah.
like wondering where the Tim Burton aesthetic is coming, and that's like a real Beetlejuice kind of freaky
What
moment.
the fuck was that moment?
Well, it was exciting for me because I've always heard the term Large Marge. I had no idea where it's from because people like quote that, right?
Large Marge sent you. Yeah.
Yeah. Large Marge sent you. Yeah.
Large Marge sent you.
It's also weird, by the way, that I don't know any actor in this movie. It's like so like except for Phil Hartman at the end. It's like you'd think you'd like see actors who then became like big. Is it all just people from his like show?
So I didn't know that. After I watched the movie today, I started watching the documentary, and I watched the first one. And I think a lot of them are all the people that he was in the Groundlings with, and he did the show with, because he did the show, like not the TV show, because the TV show came later.
TV show came after this movie?
99% sure, yeah.
What the fuck is this movie then?
So this movie he was a comedian who created a character and was doing this character everywhere. And he
like
was
on
blowing
stage,
up.
like stand up,
like
God,
more like a show.
I'd hate to have followed that. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Then you can't follow Peewee with your whatever your observations.
So he was because this is also like we start out comedy here. You see the alt comics, and it's always a weird thing with alt comics because it's like. You're like, how did you decide to just make that your catchphrase or decide that jacket you're going to wear? But I guess Pee-wee Herman is one of those people, right? Like
he and I learned this in a documentary. So we all knew him as kids as Pee-wee Herman. No one knew Paul Rubens.
Yeah.
Right? Until he masturbated in a theater.
Right.
And got fucking, whatever, got in trouble. But like
a gay porno theater, I believe.
A gay porno theater where you're allowed to masturbate, I guess, kind of. It's not as frowned down upon. They made us think that he was jerking off to Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Right.
We didn't know that.
It destroyed his career, didn't it?
Destroyed his career. I didn't get to that part in the documentary, but as a guy who watched it, yeah, destroyed his career.
Which is wild, yeah.
Which is crazy because it was like, yeah, you just caught him being a normal person.
And he's also so clearly gay. He's like so afraid of that Dottie in the whole movie. The whole movie is about his fear of having to have sex with this woman.
Looking back, that movie is a gay. He's a gay icon in that movie.
He is a gay icon. Well, it is such a movie about masculinity because everyone in it is a really tough macho guy of some kind, and he's the one who kind of has this effeminate like vibe.
More like a little boy. It's hard to say effeminate or little boy.
It's like a mix.
It's hard to say.
Well, women are like kind of like little boys, you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's I just sounded like a pedophile so much.
Right.
Women and little boys are the same thing. But like everyone else is so tough. It's like bikers, and it's like the whatever guy playing him in the movie. So it's his.
That's so funny. That's my favorite thing in the movie.
The biker part?
No, when they wouldn't put him in the movie at the end. They cast him as the smallest little tiny extra, and then they do voice over his voice. And then he stares at the camera.
Yeah, it's very funny how bad, like how the humor of how bad of an actor he is on camera.
Yeah.
Because it's actually a very small thing.
Right.
Just that he's like very bad on camera.
Yeah.
But it's not like big. It's actually very small. It's not like he's like, whoa. He's just like nervously looking at the camera.
There's this tiny throwaway thing that I don't even know if you notice, is that the guy goes like, phone call for Peewee for PW.
Yeah.
And he hands him the phone, and you can see the actor go, give me the fucking phone. Like,
no.
He's handing it to him wrong.
Yeah.
And you can see the actor really like, just give me the fucking phone. Like, that's
really
so
funny.
funny. That's such a funny fucking thing.
It is a bizarre, funny movie. So he was in the Groundlings, so he wasn't a children's guy.
So at first he really wasn't. No, it was like a on-stage character he was, touring with or whatever, and like putting it on. And then people were like, yo, this is gonna be great. Then they gave him a movie, and then Tim Burton did the movie, and then
The
Pee-wee's
movie was first.
Yeah, so he did kind of did a play.
Blowing my mind.
Yeah, it was like a play first.
Oh, play.
So it was like, first it was him doing the character. Then he was like,
But it was popular.
But it was popular.
Popular like live?
Selling tickets. So they had a 99-person theater. He was selling out this 99-person theater, right? So then he's like, well, we got to go to a bigger theater. And then they turned it, what I believe, I'm pretty sure. Because I didn't know any of this. I learned this
Thank
from the
God
documentary.
you watched some of the documentary.
I know.
We'd just be such idiots right now. Like, what about Pee-wee Herman?
Because it's such a weird thing. And so when you watch him on the documentary, you're like, oh, fuck. Like, anyway, so then he turned it into, I think, like a play type thing. Just literally
Pee-wee's
for LA.
Playhouse.
Kind of Pee-wee's Playhouse. Yes, yeah. All the elements from Pee-wee's Playhouse were in that play, like Zombie and
Is Francis in there?
Francis is not. No, Francis is not in the show. But
So, and did Phil Hartman work
Phil
with
Hartman
him?
wrote that show. They pretty much created Pee-wee almost he did the character, and him and Phil Hartman pretty much wrote the show, wrote a lot of the bits. They were in Second City together, and then wrote the movie together.
So really, is it a children's character?
I mean, it became definitely a children's character.
It became it later, kind of.
I don't know. See, as a kid, in the 80s, it's hard to say, right? In the 80s, they were selling me Predator toys.
Right,
so,
right,
you don't know what the fuck they were doing. And, it was kids, but not really. Like, he was on MTV.
Because it's it's so bizarre. I mean, I always place him in the same world as, Emo Phillips. Was Emo Phillips on? No.
Yeah.
Emo Phillips and Weird Al. They're all in the same world. But actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's just that Weird Al and Emo are in the same thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, Pee-wee, I guess, is probably one of them, too.
But they're all three,
they're all weirdos.
Kids. Weirdos, yeah. They're weirdos who are, because they're weird, they're somehow for children.
Yeah.
Only because they're so weird.
Yeah.
Because all three of them, but they're not only for kids. I mean, they're actually, I guess, I don't think any of them are designed to just be for children.
Weird Al, I think,
maybe Weird
can
Al.
be for adults, but I think kids definitely. He's clean. It's funny. My kid's 3, loves. I play him. I Can't Watch This. Are you familiar? It's it's the parody of You Can't Touch This.
Oh yeah.
I can't watch this. It's so funny.
My first album was Bad Hair Day. I didn't know any of the songs he was spoofing.
Oh yeah.
When I heard Gangster's Paradise, I was like, this fucking thief. He took it from Amish Paradise, He fucking blacked it up. This is bullshit,
Yeah.
Yeah. So that blows my mind. I thought this was like a popular children's TV show that they then turned into a movie, but it was just a theater that was selling out.
Yeah.
So back then, if a theater's selling out, you get to make a movie.
I think they were like the right people watched the show because they kind of designed this Broadway show. Trying to get people in LA to come watch it.
Yeah.
People saw it and they were like, "We're gonna make this into a movie." They made it into a movie. They wanted a director, but then Pee-wee was like, "No, I'm getting Tim Burton."
He knew Tim Burton, wasn't it Tim Burton's first movie too?
It's Tim Burton's first movie.
Yeah, it's so bizarre.
Yeah, that's what has that horrifying scene in it. But it also, the aesthetic of it is very Tim Burton-y in a very light, fun way.
But that also mixes with Pee-wee Herman's aesthetic.
Of course.
Because it's to me, the Tim Burton aesthetic comes very much in there's a dream sequence at the end where you see the German expressionistic, slanted, that shit,
Oh, that scene with the fucking clowns.
Yeah,
and they're when I was a kid, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
This whole movie, I was watching it, and I wasn't high, but it was making me high.
Yeah,
it made me high.
Yeah.
But so let's go further to get it because I'm watching it. I don't know anything about it. My first thought, I'm watching. I'm like, okay. Right away, I'm like, this is a huge influence on a lot of the comedies I grew up with. I see so much of Billy Madison and Ace Ventura and Dumb and Dumber in this.
Ace Ventura is a great example because I don't know if there's whatever, but I haven't seen a physical comedian this good. Is Jim Carrey and him is the only two I would ever say.
Right.
This man physically with his body is as funny as Jim Carrey, and I would say Jim Carrey is probably the best.
And they're both sarcastic and kind of rude a lot of the times. Yeah. But it's like a mixture of rude and immature.
Yeah.
But it's also so much of Billy Madison, the whole bathtub. I mean, he's retarded. It's Billy Madison in that sense.
You could definitely say that Billy Madison was a kind of a rip-off of this.
I mean, definitely the whole bath part. Boy. Yeah, I remember
the bath part in Billy Madison.
The part, well, he's in the bath talking to the shampoo. You remember? He's like, don't look at me, Swan. Yeah. But that, and then Dumb and Dumber, the plot of Dumb and Dumber, him trying to find this. Him being on a journey that's a complete miscommunication that's going nowhere,
I thought it was kind of Lebowskian in the way of this is the plot doesn't really matter. This is just get this guy on an adventure.
But it kind of does matter though, because
it's a more mundane idea. I think he's going for his bike,
but the bike is this possession he loves.
Yeah,
and he loves more than people.
Which, yes, also which I still want to talk about how. He's a gay icon. Dottie,
let's talk about
Dottie, this smoke show.
She's just so beautiful.
Trying to bang
She's gorgeous.
him. And he's like, I like you. He's just shutting her down. That's so funny. And then you go, oh, he's gay, but he was not out of the closet.
No.
So he just came out of the closet, right?
but do you think he's gay in this or asexual?
No. Well, see, my brother said he's an asexual icon. I mean, he is a kind of playing a little boy, but what I do think is a lot of those choices he made did come from being a gay person.
Yeah, I guess in a way, like a gay person in society who can't come out is almost asexual. Or like they're kind of forced into that position. You know?
You can see a gay man wrote this, or an asexual man wrote this.
Well, there's definitely an androgynous to us. I mean, he's in drag when he's dressed as a woman. There's definitely an androgynousness.
Which, real quick,
and no machismo at all. Like no, you know.
About that scene, one of my favorite things is, which I did not know again until I'm an adult, is that he's dressed like a woman with this convict. The cop says, "Step out of the car," and he's like, "Am I in trouble?" He's like, "I just want to see that pretty little dress you got on." I go, "Yeah." In the '80s, you were like, "What a great cop! He's complimenting her."
Yeah.
No, man, that's a cop who pulled a man's wife, out of the car and went, "I want to see them legs."
Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah, it is very wild.
And that was in the '80s. You were like, "That's fine." Like that was even the joke part.
That whole scene is so weird because also the convict looks at her like kind of sexual. He's like attracted to it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's just the whole thing is weird.
Because he's been in jail.
Yeah,
I didn't get that again until this viewing. He looks at her and he goes, "Huh," and you're like, "Oh, this is a jail joke. This is a jail joke. That's crazy."
Yeah. Though, interestingly enough, him as a woman, it doesn't work. Like, it's like he's effeminate, but when he puts on a wig, you're like, there's nothing female. I don't know. It's so weird. For you?
For me, I got a little something. I'm not saying I didn't get any lift, but I got a little.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought he was like, "I was kind of a cute little girl, I guess."
He's so weird. It's so weird. So
real quick, before we move on from that scene, just so you know, my whole life up until this viewing, I thought the guy who played Mickey, the convict, was Jimmy Smits. I grew up being like, "Oh yeah, Jimmy Smits' first role ever." So
interesting.
It's like that wasn't Jimmy Smits.
No.
I just wonder if anyone out there also thought.
There's no one in this movie who's ever been in anything else. It's bizarre. It's like usually when you watch a movie from like the '80s, you're like, "Oh, there's a young Robert Downey Jr. There's like Jeff Goldblum in a cameo." No one in this movie has ever been in anything else except for Phil Hartman at the end. Yeah, it's insane. There's no SNL people. There's no like.
And you think killed it. Yeah, they weren't bad actors.
They're all very good, but like you think there'd be like a Dan Aykroyd popping up. It's wild. No one is like in anything else.
I never noticed that. That is really true. Francis is. Francis is. Hey, that's Enrico Palazzo from The Naked Gun.
Oh,
and maybe like something else, but yeah.
Is he? Yeah, he's in other stuff too. Actually, isn't he?
Like some bit parts, I think.
Francis is.
Second leading role in the movie. And all he got was, "Hey, that's Enrico Palazzo."
Yeah, Dottie's and nothing else. Yeah,
there might be a curse on that movie.
Yeah, it's wild. And so you start watching it. You're like, it's so like, at first it begins and it's just like a happy guy waking up and he's very self-satisfied and it does put a little joy in your heart.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's just a child. He's happy to just do his own very elaborate breakfast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's one beautiful surreal image when you see in the window of his bathroom the fish going through. That's like an incredible image. I was like, that is so surreal. You know?
Yeah, because he had the house of what a child.
Yeah, I guess it's a child.
It's like a child would be like, "I want all this shit." So as a kid, I thought he was a child. I thought he was an adult playing a child.
Oh, interesting.
Which then begged the question of like, where are his parents?
Right.
How did he get all this money?
Right. What are the? Because that's the thing. There's not really details to him.
No.
At all. Like I maybe the show that gets into it, but he seems to have money.
A lot of money.
And everyone else. I mean, it's funny. They explain why Francis doesn't have to work.
Yeah.
But it seems like everyone else has a job.
Yeah, so everybody else in the world is pretty real, except again, Large Marge, who was a ghost.
He's a ghost.
He just threw a ghost.
But that
in
still
movie.
has some purpose. You know, she's still a ghost. If she has more like Peewee, it's just like, what is that?
Born rich, maybe like son. Maybe that's what happens when your parents die. You either become Batman, or
Yeah.
you become Peewee. You just have all this money and you never grow up.
I also don't understand I do love Peewee, but I don't understand what it is about him that works. Like, I don't like if Paul Rubin had to. I'm curious if there's Paul Rubin, ever explaining what it is. Because how do you define the character?
I mean, he's a childlike man.
Like almost like a
who
dummy,
also is a little bit of a dick.
Doll. Yeah, like he looks like the famous.
Real quick, I do want to just before we move on, I do want to say, I do think that maybe the origin story of Peewee is that his parents were murdered, left him all this money, and that's why he never grew up. That's why he is an adult who's a child, literally stunted after he watched his parents being murdered.
It's like the gay Batman route.
This is the gay Batman.
This is the gay
Batman.
Batman.
I do think this is he could have been a Batman villain, but he just became a guy who loves his bike.
He looks like a Batman villain. There are times where he looks like that feels like a Batman villain.
His house is a Bat villain's house. That is a layer.
Yeah. Also, the part where it cuts to Francis listening on the radio with his goons.
Oh, yeah.
That felt so much like in the old Batman movie where it cuts to all the goons in their little room, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because the old Batman movie was just like all of them together. It's just like Joker and Penguin, and they're all just like, fuck, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
They're always having group meetings, you know? He seems so much like Penguin.
Yeah, Francis was a perfect Penguin.
No, I'm saying, but Pee-wee
Pee-wee.
Herman, which he played Penguin's father in Batman Returns.
Right.
But he looks so much like the old Penguin.
Yes.
Who was that? That was a famous actor. It was
In the new
the
one?
guy. No, the old one. It was the guy from
What's
Rocky,
his name?
right?
Yeah. Burgess Meredith.
Yeah. But so it's so
We do that.
like he could do that in this, you know.
Sure.
So he wakes up. He's trying to define his character. He's very excited about life. He likes talking to himself. That's Billy Madison, huge influence on this. Just having fun with yourself.
Yeah.
You know? And then he also has a Rube Goldberg design way of getting...
The Rube Goldberg breakfast scene for the Mr. T cereal, shooting pancakes into the... My whole life, he flips the pancakes into the ceiling, which fall on his plate. And even as a child, I was like, you're going to have paint chips in your breakfast.
Yeah.
And you don't want that.
I also don't... I thought they were going to, like, fall down while he was eating. They're just shot up there.
They don't come down?
They don't come down.
They're just ceiling pancakes.
I thought the whole thing was going to be like the minute he sits down, they drop down, but they just stay there.
I gotta say they have to though because he does make the smiling face.
No, but he already
man,
had
right?
that.
Maybe it's from yesterday.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I assumed they were going to drop down right when he sat down, but he kind of comes to the table. It's just a one. There was 4 that got stuck on the wall on the ceiling. Yeah, bizarre. It's like just a little bit more of chaos.
Mr. Breakfast. it's a fun character. He's so fun.
It's also funny that Mr. T is in there because this seems like a world without any pop culture references at first, and then but Mr. T.
But Mr. T cereal.
So
that made it through.
It is a world where what's it called? What's it called? What's his world? His show?
Oh, Pee-wee's Playhouse?
No, Mr. T's show.
Mr. T's TV show?
Did he have a show where he's like a spy in a van? Am I making this up?
I think you're thinking of Mike Tyson.
No, the fucking...
Oh, the A-Team.
The A-Team.
Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah, spy in a van.
What the fuck
sure.
were you thinking of Mike Tyson?
I was thinking like a cartoon solving mysteries.
So the A-Team is in this world.
The show The A-Team is in this world.
Yes, the show The A-Team is in this world. Nothing else.
I think it's pretty much a normal world. It's a little slightly elevated. Where Peewee can be, it's slightly elevated just a little bit enough where Peewee is accepted.
Well, no one. I
don't know. I forgot. There is a guy named Amazing Larry that came over.
Yeah, I don't know how much it's close. I mean, yeah, I guess the joke is like, at no point is anyone like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you gay weirdo?
Yeah, because I think there's just a bunch of weirdos running around that world.
Yeah.
And normal people. They're like mutants.
But they're not like, it's definitely not I mean, like, I guess it's supposed to be our world, but like, I feel like, I don't know, it's hard to tell. I feel like the police are from the 50s, but maybe that's just what police look like in the 80s.
That was 80s police.
That was 80s police.
Was 80s police, man.
Also, every 80s comedy has to have the longest chase scene. You
Sure.
know what I mean? There's the chase scene, the comedy chase scene.
Yeah.
It's such a big part of the 80s movies.
But can I share something that I kind of never thought about until I saw that chase scene today again? When he gets they have the chase scene and then he winds up in the pet store saving the animals. They could not end the movie on the chase scene. As soon as he gets his bike, he's unstoppable.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, he's full Peewee now.
Yes.
Unbeatable.
Yes.
There was no way they could have caught him because they really want to show you that like he lost because he went to save the animals.
Yes.
That bike, they could have chased him all the way to New Jersey. They were never catching him.
Yes.
I love
his compassion that.
Yes.
That also is just so funny, that scene.
Yeah.
I mean, that's funny. Like, so much of the comedy in it is just weird.
Yeah.
That's funny, like a good sketch. Just the idea of saving animals from a pet store and then just taking that through to its logical conclusion, where you're saving like mice,
and
like a snake,
and the fish,
and it's in the fish,
and
then his line, there's still some more fish in there.
And the monkey was helping him. The monkey me was like, yeah, dude, let's do it. Let's fucking save
I guess
these
I'm
people.
also curious, what is the connection between this movie and the play or whatever? Like, is he doing stuff like this in the play? So much of it seems so cinematic.
In the play, it's the playhouse. So you're in his playhouse, which is just like. Which isn't his house that he lives in the movie. He has his other playhouse somewhere.
Yeah, the play. Okay,
It's like, which is more play.
That's hilarious because his house is a play. He's like, no, that's my mature adult house.
Yeah, the playhouse is just a room with the neighbors come by. There's a pterodactyl. It's crazy. There's a genie who gives him a wish every day.
Now you're talking about the TV show.
Yeah, that's.
I actually meant the play before the movie.
I'm saying the play is.
The TV show.
You watch the play, you go, oh, it's all the characters from the TV show.
Right.
John B., Miss Evelyn, or whatever.
I guess my question is, and it'd be funny if you're just wrong about this, and the TV show did happen before.
It's very possible.
But that we're just saying something wrong this whole time. I guess my question is, like, if it started out of this thing where he's just in this room all the time, the movie really just took it to a whole. There's none of that.
So,
so the movie's just a wild, cinematic ride involving someone who was just.
It's on his biggest venture. He's on his house. He's on this big ass adventure.
I guess that's right.
You know.
So he has his bike, which is awesome. He loves his bike, and that's his possession. That's like his. And this movie's very personal to me because I just got into biking.
No, sure.
I just bought my own bike.
You must feel, you must have connected.
I really did. I bought my own bike, and I'm very possessive of it. I'm worried it's going to get stolen, and it's like changed my life. I'm so into biking, and then so he takes the bike. We're just going to go through the movie, right? And then Francis, this part I love. Francis sneaks up on him, except it's not really sneaking up on him because you can easily see him from where Pee-wee's walking, but Pee-wee just has no. Seeing him at all. It's like not really a corner.
Yeah.
It's like a corner of a fence, but he's just like.
Yeah. Oh, they're nose to nose?
Yeah. And they're amazing together.
Come on, Pee-wee. Everybody's waiting. There's so many quotable lines of just in my soul.
I know,
forever.
Right? Well, it's also, I love them too, because it reminds me of Dumb and Dumber when they fight in Dumb and Dumber, where they're like, get really mad at each other, but they're both like clearly soulmates.
Yeah.
Like Pee-wee Herman and this guy are the exact same level of retardation, but they're enemies.
They're both child men who live next door to each other.
Like they should be best friends.
They should be best friends.
But they are enemies.
Yeah.
Like they should, but I guess the fact that they're man children keep them from being best friends.
Also, Francis's idea was he was going to pay someone to steal the bike and literally ride it next door. Like Pee-wee's not going to be like, yeah, man, that's my fucking bike, dude.
Yeah, that's a good point. What was his plot?
What was the plan there?
And then he pussies out. That's so funny. So funny how like he pussies out so quickly.
Yeah. So get rid of it.
Were they high when they were writing this?
Yes.
Like, they were. Okay.
In the documentary, he goes, nobody. They literally talk about how people were just dropping off weed every day to him, Phil Hartman, and the other guy.
Okay, so they're just out of it.
Baked. And he said the movie was completely different, and then on Hollywood, where they were writing was on some like Hollywood like set or something, or like those areas or whatever, and everyone was riding bikes, and he was like, "How the fuck do you get a bike?" And then somebody who was like helping them write the movie bought him this beautiful red Schwinn bike, which is just kind of like the one in the movie, and he goes, "This is what the movie's about." He was like,
"What the hell were they writing before that? That's the whole movie."
They explain, he explains he was writing this like crazy noir, like this weirdo movie.
It's like writing Schindler's List and then being like, you know what, I got an idea. It should be about the Holocaust.
It's a bit like him being paralyzed. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, you got to watch the documentary because I don't really remember too much about what they were saying. But he goes, "Oh, this bike. This is about him getting his bike back," and they changed the whole movie.
Well, it also harkens back to a very old, famous foreign film, The Bicycle Thieves. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Italian neorealism film where a guy gets a bike and he needs it as his job because he's putting posters up, and he needs it to support his family. Then someone steals a bike,
right?
And the whole movie is him just getting his bike back,
right?
And I think like obviously a very different movie.
Yeah.
This is about like post-war Italy, but
sure.
But it is a similar thing where you have in the Bicycle Thief, there's this simplistic, humanistic objective, just getting the bike.
Right.
And it's so simple, it feels almost like spiritual and archetypal and universal. Mm-hmm. And similar to this, him just trying to get the bike. It's like it reminded me of that Shel. Do you ever read that Shel Silverstein great book called like The Missing Piece, where that one piece is missing and he's looking for the other half.
Sure.
So he's trying to get the bike.
Right. Doesn't love women. Loves the bike.
Loves the bike.
The bike is his girlfriend.
The bike is what he's in love with.
Yeah.
He kisses it.
Yeah.
And the woman who's cute, she wants to fuck him.
There's 3 women who try to fuck him in the movie that I could think of. Every woman tries to fuck him.
Which is interesting.
Every single one. Dottie, who's smoking.
Yes.
Who at the end, they just ride together. I don't know if they ever kiss. Maybe they just become friends.
Yeah. I think he's running away from her
Right.
in the end even.
Simone definitely wanted to give it to him.
Yes. In the T-Rex.
And then we have this one weird scene, which is like probably one of the most famous scenes in the movie, is when they're in the biker bar, when they're like, are going to tattoo him?
And that prostitute's
We're gonna
like,
kill
let
him.
me fuck him first.
And he's like, I say you let me have him first. Like, is she gonna rape this man? Like, I don't know, what was this? What does that mean?
But you know what? This is actually, it seems absurd that all these women want to fuck him, but that's actually very true to life.
Sure.
The androgynous guy who's not putting out any signals, every woman wants to fuck.
Right.
Because he's not interested. Mm-hmm. It's, you know what I mean? So it's just like people just go, it's like women are really into Jeff Asmus because he's such a gay, effeminate, like ballless weirdo. It's like the minute they sense the desire to fuck, they're
out.
They're running away. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Unless it's a hot guy.
Poor Asmus.
Yeah.
Hope he isn't near this one.
But so they all want to fuck him, and now you see it as gay. I mean, that's the question: is it gay, or is it simply that as a man-child he has like cooties?
Yeah, it's the thing is, as a kid, I took it as he's a kid, so of course he doesn't like girls yet because he's a kid. As an adult, I'm like, I think he may just be more asexual. But now knowing he's gay, I go, he's probably asexual in the movie, but it was definitely coming from his experiences as an in the closet gay man.
So it like works on every level. In other words.
Yeah,
it's
really,
like
yeah.
The man-child himself has cooties.
Yeah.
But the person playing him is gay, and a lot of it stems from, almost the when you can't come out as a gay person, like you're forced to create this like either a fake heterosexuality, which you wasn't going to do, or this kind of asexuality, Right.
I mean, also like you think this guy was an actor. What are you drawing from when you're drawing from something? You go, oh, if women want me, but I can't do anything with them because I'm actually gay. I have so much comedy on that because it's happened so many times that I'm way more comfortable writing those interactions with women than I am with the interactions of him hooking up with women.
Right, like it's actually more true to life.
It's more true to life, and it's like
that these women want to hook up with him.
Right, and he doesn't want it, and it's way funnier. They were smart enough to be like, oh no, I can write 100 of those.
Interesting. It's man-child asexuality that can only come through a gay perspective.
Right.
Yeah. It's I mean that's and the movie to me has so much to do with masculinity. I mean, like I said it before, every guy in this is for the most part is super tough.
Mickey, who I don't remember if
that's a convict?
He's the guy who cut the tag off. Or did he just I don't remember, is the joke that he just cut the tag off, or is it that he actually killed someone and just said that?
I think the joke is that he cut the
Did they mention that he actually did? Because the cops are really after him. He's armed and dangerous.
That's a good point. At the time, I was like, I think it's just like a joke, like he cut the tag off. But then,
as a kid, it wasn't a joke. As a kid, I was like, "Oh, that's what he did, and that's what's really happening." Right? I didn't get
that's kind of how I took it.
But as an adult, but you laugh at it. You go, "Oh, it's silly. You're not going to get that kind of police after you for that." But as a kid, you're like, "Oh, that's the amount of police that come after you if you cut the tag off of a mattress."
Right?
Because I didn't get that layer.
I mean. Yeah, I guess I do think you were right. I think it was just cutting the tag off. Oh, I mean, you're saying, like, as you get older, you realize the joke is just that, like, he's really talking about killing someone?
I'm saying, as a kid, none of that was funny. That was a normal interaction.
Oh, it wasn't funny.
Him being like, I cut a tag off of a mattress, and me as a kid being like, oh my God, that's what happens to you?
Oh, so that you were like...
But as an adult, I go, wait, is the joke that he cut the tag off and it's funny how many police are coming after him? Or is the joke that he's lying to Peewee saying that's what he did when in fact this man murdered a bunch of people and he's on the run?
Well, I guess the thing is it could be any option because the world could be absurd for either one of those. The world could be an absurd world where people go to jail for cutting off a tag.
Yeah.
But it could also be an absurd world where he's just a murderer because they infuse so much darkness into the...
yeah.
I mean... The first part is it's a good question. Yeah, there are a lot of jokes when as a kid you're like, I didn't get that, and then you're looking at it. But now you can't even figure it out now because you're just like, too lost in it. You
Also,
know?
how nice are those corrections officers that they drove the whole prison bus to see Pee-wee's
It's very nice.
movie? You know,
It's a real act of generosity.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the whole ending. He's giving food out. He bought food for everyone.
Yeah.
There's a lot of generosity in this movie. Now, my favorite part is definitely the beginning when the bike gets stolen. That's when it gets to me the funniest, when the bike's stolen and he's like immediately passed out, and then him demanding everyone to like investigate.
3 hours, Peewee.
Well, one of the greatest jokes when the police officer's like, "What do you think? Why do you think the Soviets are involved?" I mean, one of the greatest jokes.
Yeah.
But like the way he goes insane in that basement is so funny.
My favorite lines of all time is, "Do you have something to share with the rest of us, Amazing Larry?" Like, he's yelling at this poor guy in his basement, and that's Amazing Larry. Who the fuck is Amazing Larry? What's Amazing? That guy could have his own movie. Who's Amazing Larry?
Is he not a character of the show?
Never seen him before. Never seen him again. This is Amazing Larry. I think Native American.
And it makes you wonder, why did he get the name Amazing Larry?
It's Amazing Larry.
Wait, who are these people?
And he's yelling at him, going, "What the fuck, Amazing Larry?" Amazing Larry.
It is so surreal.
So
Like,
surreal.
what is that community?
Right.
How do they all know each other?
And they all seem to love each other.
They love it. I mean, you know Dottie. He knows Dottie. She works at the where does she work? She works at a bike shop. And then I guess there's those weird kids on bikes that he's just friends
Yeah, like
with.
the bike gang. There's like the extreme bike gang.
But then the black guy, what is he?
That's Chuck. Chuck owns Chuck's bike shop.
Oh, it's Chuck's bike shop.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then all the other people, you just people in Peewee.
These are just the rogues gallery of Pee-wee's didn't become villain and friends.
And he goes so insane in that moment. And it's so funny when he's like, they just show him like ranting for a minute.
Yeah.
And then when Chuck is like, "We've been here for 3 hours."
3 hours, Peewee.
Just like you're thinking it's only been like maybe 30 minutes of him yelling.
3 hours. He had a full-scale model of the mall that he built. It's so funny.
And what was the point of all that?
To get hints for solving the
But
crime?
I guess he was like, he wanted to get hints, but then he just lost his mind up there.
And he just lost his mind. They all left. He was hoping to find, I don't know. They could have had him interrogating people.
He just loses his mind with
also,
anger and paranoia and rage.
A quick aside to bring it back to Batman. Every one of Batman's villains, like, they're a freak who then become bad.
Yeah.
Well, what about the freaks who were born and they don't become bad? I think they become Pee-wee's friends.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's the other inverse of Batman.
Yeah.
These are all the people. It's like the people who never became school shooters just became like nerds. These are all the people who didn't become villains. Yeah, you're right.
Like, I look like a mouse. I don't want to be a superhero. I don't want to be a villain.
That's
I'm going to live
point.
in Pee-wee's neighborhood.
Because they all look like that was villainous Larry in a different universe.
Yeah.
No, that's a great point. Everyone does seem like a comic book character.
Yeah, like Dick Tracy's friends.
Yeah, it's all very.
Here comes eyebrows. Oh, Jimmy Big Nose. Very weird.
So it's a very weird world, and I'm just so curious, like how they talked about it on set. I'm just like, do they explain any of this? Like they're just like he's gonna lose his mind here. It's just so like, what articulation is happening behind the scenes?
So I think because Pee-wee also he was doing. So another way he got famous was he was doing Letterman a lot. Like he was like a regular on Letterman.
Oh, really?
As a character. And so I think everybody knew the character of Pee-wee. So I think the idea to me was we make this movie. It's to escalate it. It's to escalate a little bit so Pee-wee doesn't look weird, right? It's like this has to be a world where Pee-wee is accepted.
Right, but I guess my question is, and
it gives you carte blanche to do whatever.
Right,
So,
but I guess my question is though, like, how much of the character was established before the movie versus how much was established in the movie? Like, was he obnoxious already, kind of?
so he was already Pee-wee.
He was already Pee-wee.
He was already Pee-wee.
But who is Explain Pee-wee.
They don't. No one ever explains
Can you
Pee-wee.
try to explain it?
I couldn't. We
try to
don't-
explain Pee-wee.
You and me can't tell each other whether or not he's a man or a boy. So like, I don't know what Pee-wee is.
I mean, what are his character traits? He's
boy-like. He's a little
boy-like.
sarcastic.
He is but that's the thing. Everything he is, he's also the opposite, right? Maybe that's what he is. He's a paradox. He is a man and also a child.
Yes.
He is sarcastic and also the most wide-eyed,
He's
optimistic.
in a suit. He's business, but he's also so much pleasure.
So much pleasure. And yeah, he's like sarcastic, but has childlike joy.
Yeah.
He is loves everyone and also seems to have a misanthropic quality to him. Like, losing his bike does put him into this, like, I hate everyone, I don't trust you all. So I guess he's just everything and its opposite.
Lots of friends, no family.
Lots of friends, no family. And also no friends. And also,
Right.
like, an alienated person. Women love him, but he doesn't want to fuck any of them.
Loves animals, loves everything, doesn't love anyone else.
Yeah,
he
he
love-
really is just like...
I think he may have been like a ghost. Like just going to towns, changing people's lives.
Yeah, because people do also, like, he really, even though he seems to at times really hate humanity and be quite selfish. I mean, he's
Sure.
quite focused on this bike and kind of demands all resources. He demands that all the resources be sent on trying to find this bike, which is a solipsism of a child, right?
Sure.
And yet, he also encourages Simone to follow her dreams.
Yes.
So it's like he has this selfish child, but also the saint-like...
He's a giver as well.
He's a giver as well. He's saint-like inspiration, you know?
And the movie this parallels to me, I would argue this is a better Forrest Gump.
Well, I mean, everything's a better Forrest Gump, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
I think
almost
you're
like
right.
a Forrest Gump type movie.
I think you're right, because Forrest Gump, there's no, like, bad qualities to him, so it's just kind of
Right.
stupid. But this is like, I think you're right, because he does inspire everyone, and even the ending is like a perfect example of that contradiction where they're all watching a movie about him,
Right.
so it's all about him being the center, but he's giving out candy to every single person
Yeah.
watching it. So it's like he's a narcissist in many ways, but also trying to make sure everyone gets,
Their
gets
candy.
food, gets their candy.
Yeah, well, I mean, like he's being he's very nice, but then you say something, well, what the fuck is your problem? Like he's a
Yeah.
little bit like that. He's a little bit of a catty bitch.
He's a
a
catty
gay man.
bitch.
He's a catty bitch.
And he laughs maniacally.
He does laugh maniacally.
Like when he's riding over that Godzilla,
yeah,
he's laughing.
yeah.
He finds it very funny that he's destroying everything.
It's a great.
Oh, I can't do the laugh.
Well, he's back with his love, his bike.
He's back with it, and he's just
And
excited.
he interrupts a D. Snyder, Twisted Sister.
that
Cameo.
Twisted Sister?
Yeah, it was Twisted Sister in there. See no evil, don't you lay no.
So it is all the
evil.
pop culture references of our world.
Yeah, there's some pop culture references in the movie. I mean,
Well, it's such a weird world, but then at the end it's like Warner Brothers, but those aren't real shows, I guess, or maybe they were. I don't know.
they turn his life into a movie.
And he's very excited.
Like Forrest
about,
Gump, just continually getting money for nothing.
He's very excited about it being turned into a movie, and yet he seems to have no interest in movies whatsoever.
Well, he doesn't need to watch it. He lived it.
He lived it.
Just got to do it. He goes, I don't know why. But she's like, I'd like to watch it. She's like, I still paid for this movie.
What's yeah, right. What's fascinating about the movie, though, you get through it, you're watching it, and you're like, okay, he likes his bike. Dottie likes him. Is he going to realize the importance of Dottie at the end of the movie?
I don't know.
He doesn't seem... It's like both, I guess. It's that
I think
contradiction.
she realizes the importance of him.
Yeah.
She realizes that I'll just have to be his friend forever. I'll ride with him, but I'm not getting what I want out of Pee-wee. I can't change Pee-wee.
Isn't he like... Oh, yeah, because, right, when he sees her, doesn't he immediately just go to the bike or something? There's
he puts his cheek in her face or
Yeah,
something. I don't remember.
And even with the driving, like the part where he's calling, you think he's going to you literally think he's calling to be like, I never realized how much I needed help. But then she brings up the drive and he's like, wait, the connection's back.
Yeah, because he's like, I want to be your friend.
He doesn't.
He didn't learn. She learned. She learned the importance of his friendship.
I guess that's true because it's not like, I mean, we're in a way, me thinking he should realize their importance is forcing him into a heterosexual
Yeah,
trope.
it's fucked up.
Yeah, I'm demanding a gay man have sex with
Or
a child.
or a
I'm demanding a child have
child
sex with an adult woman.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah,
So you're right. I guess she has to accept him because he does like her.
he loves her. I would argue, just not in a romantic way.
And I guess she does accept that, though she looks pretty dolled up that night.
She's really dolled up.
But
They ride off together, but I don't know. They didn't kiss.
they didn't kiss, and they didn't kiss, and he is going to the drive-in, but there is actually a reason for it. It's not just
It's
her.
his movie.
It's his movie. So he's not really it's not like he kind of accepted
Right.
the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So he got out of there before, the movie was even over.
Yeah, and he got out of there. He left. He didn't need to watch it. So yeah, I guess he's a man of he's a man-child of contradictions.
Simone, yeah, I do. I wonder what Simone's relationship with him was, because it's not like she really wanted him per se. She did have a boyfriend.
It seems like she wanted to make the boyfriend jealous, right?
I don't know if she did it on purpose. She clearly was She was clearly head over heels for him. I just don't know if it was romantic because she was like, "Let's go watch the sun come up in the dinosaur, but she didn't try to make up with him. They just make out with him. They just talked about the future.
It is interesting, yeah. And I will say that part is where he's a giver, because like a lot of times he's concerned with the bike, but that is the part where he's like,
I do think he's mostly a giver. I think he's a little catty, but he's usually looking for. I think when he is being mean, it's more him kind of doing it out of dumbness.
mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's really doing it out of like anger or I don't think it's visceral.
Yeah,
right?
but
What has he been mean in the movie? To Dottie? Well, because she's forcing him into something he doesn't want.
Yeah,
Understandable.
he's not aware of her feelings though. He's like when he's at the bike shop, he like says, "Oh, he does that line about being like a
loader, Dottie.
Yeah,
a rebel."
But then he's laughing at how he's like confused.
Yeah, it's like,
her.
what a dumbass thing I just said. Yeah, like
but he seems a little like, I guess he's definitely not aware. He doesn't feel bad about her feelings.
he doesn't feel bad, but I also think he feels the way a gay man would feel if a girl was hitting on him.
No, gay man might be a little sympathetic. He's definitely not sympathetic.
Well, I mean,
Well, you're
how
not
long has this been going on? This could have been years. Where he's like, Daddy, I like you. How many times do I have to say this?
I guess that's true.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. Well, I guess I'm trying to think where. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Again, I don't know. Yeah, maybe he's not as selfish. I mean, he definitely has hostility.
Definitely some hostility.
He definitely like tells everyone in that basement, "I don't need any of your help. I'll find this alone."
I'll say yes, but I do think he was at a moment of weakness. He lost his bike. How do you act if your kid was taken? That's essentially, I think, what he was going through.
But it's a self-centered thing because he's like he's instead of getting help from the community, he's focused on this possession of his. He's shutting everyone else out.
He does snap on Dottie too when she's putting up the posters. She's like, "You have $10,000." He's like, "Whoever returns the bike obviously stole the bike. I deserve."
That's another hilarious part.
So like, but you give him grace.
Well, that might be a little bit of the fact that he
was yelling in her face about it.
But the fact that he thinks anyone who's returning the bike has to be the criminal.
Yeah,
it's a pretty negative view of the world.
Yeah,
he has a negative view of. Yeah, I mean he's both, but yeah, he definitely has.
But it's hard to judge him in that moment, though. I believe because he's still vulnerable from his biggest loss in life ever.
But he doesn't ask for other people's help. That's what I'm saying. He goes inward. He yells
inward.
at them. He sees everyone as a possible thief of the bike. He goes into a place of real.
Yeah, he's gone mad.
He's gone mad.
He's literally gone mad.
He's not like, I'd say that's not giving. That's very much like paranoia. You know what I mean?
Also, he's a little rude to the people at the Alamo. Where he's like, "Hey, can we go to the basement?" And they're like, "We have a whole tour to get through, man."
That part's so funny.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah.
Every line is funny, and you're not always sure why. But every line is funny. But you're not. You can just flip to it, like skip to a part. And you're like, that is funny, but it's not like a traditional like joke always.
Right.
But it is like even that whole Alamo part where he's talking to Simone later. He's just like, yeah, there's no basement in there, but they don't teach you that in class.
They don't teach you that.
You just have to learn it. You have to live the experience.
Yeah.
But it's not only funny; it's also the movie is often very beautiful. Like when they're in the T-Rex. And they're talking about their dreams. It's a beautiful, beautiful moment.
That's fucking Tim Burton doing his thing, right?
Gorgeous
a great director
moment.
really just in the documentary they talk about how like the guy who created those dinosaurs was there, and they turned those they lit them all up, and he started crying. And he was
really,
like, they never looked this beautiful.
Yeah, I mean that's a gorgeous, just symbolic, like beautiful moment.
What means change culture? Those dinosaurs are still around. Because of Pee-wee Herman. I mean,
really?
I believe it. I mean, like, that became a thing to go see because of that movie. Also, people who do tours...
Funny if you're all just giving wrong Pee-wee information this entire time.
I heard a thing once that people who give tours at the Alamo, constantly people go to the Alamo and go, "Can I see the basement?" Can they go down? Like, that's like a thing they have to deal with like 3 times a day. Probably not as much anymore, but back in the day, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it is like... it is like if you just bring... like. I mean, there are a couple parts where you're like, I get why that's funny, but it is just like, even like after the bike, him having a meltdown is funny. Him in the rain and those gangsters come up and he just goes, and it just terrifies them.
He is.
And they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking hilarious.
Also, one of my favorite lines, which I didn't think was funny until then, he goes in to see Madame Ruby, right? And she goes, "You're here because you want something." And he gives her his wallet. He's like, yeah, you're so good, clearly. That's so funny. It can be more general. He's like, you're here because you want something? Here's everything I own.
And he starts off suspicious. He's like, tell me what I want first.
Right.
That part's amazing. I mean, like, and that sets it all up, right? The Alamo, like,
Yeah.
It's also just a world where everyone has a name that is so important to them.
Right.
And also the name is 90% of the character.
Yeah.
Like Amazing Larry is 90% just a guy named Amazing Larry.
Madam Ruby.
Madam Ruby.
Madam Ruby goes in. He's at the depths of his completely has no idea what to do.
But I want to figure out why it works. I want to I mean,
what works?
The movie, like why these, it is like a surreal movie, but like why everything, because it's to me it's similar to like David Lynch or something where it all works in a surreal way. And I'm just trying to figure out.
You relate to his childlike, because we all have that child in us. We all wish we could have. As a kid, you watch it and you go, "I wish I had a house like that."
Right.
That's off the bat. Right, as an adult, you're like, "Oh man, like he's a child, but he's also nailing these adult jokes."
Right.
These adult things.
But to me, it's also that's true, and that definitely is like a part of it.
Funny character.
It's a funny character, but to me, it's also the details. Like I think, like anything. Any great work, it's the details that matter. And for example, the fact that Francis, like Butler, is just this like big Japanese dude.
And that guy murdered somebody. I was gonna. That
Oh,
was a
really?
fact I have to write down. That guy's in jail for murdering somebody in real life.
Really?
Yeah, he has that. That was like a famous guy in '80s movies.
Oh my
Always
God.
played like the strong Butler bodyguard guy.
Really?
Yeah, pretty
Interesting.
99% sure he killed somebody.
But that's hilarious. That's crazy. But I just like his character alone is like interesting.
Yeah.
Like it's just, and I'll try to think like, because with surreal shit like that, you're like, are they just pulling the shit out of their ass? Like, what is
Right.
it going on? But then I'm trying to think, why couldn't I, to make me realize how good the creation of it is, I'm trying to think where would I, if I was writing it, where would I fuck up in a way they don't? And I was like, right away when you see him being a hobo for the first time, the sign of Texas is in the shape of Texas, right? And if I was writing that, I would never think of that. I would just put a sign, right? So it's that like weird detail.
Well, that's the artistic. I think that probably a lot of that is from Tim Burton.
Tim Burton, yeah.
Tim Burton being like, no, I'm an artist. We're doing everything, whatever. But I had a similar question with you. Like he just starts doing tape face. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, who wrote that?
Right.
Well, now I know because that was part of the original stage show. Like he went on the stage and he was like, "Want to see me play with tape?" And then he did the tape thing. So they took that little piece and they put that in the movie. So I think there's a lot of those little jokes and little things he did that they added. Like the Pee-wee Herman, the thing that made to this day I never understood. I was like, the bikers are going to kill him, and then he says, "All right, one last request," and then dances like an idiot on a table.
That part's insane.
And then they love him. I think that dance may have also been in the show. Like, it might be a callback thing.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm wondering, because it's almost even more absurd for us who don't know the show, because it's like some of these might actually just be callbacks to something that's already absurd. But for me, I'm just like, this is like just insane. I mean, that part reminded me, you ever see Eraserhead?
Yes.
Eraserhead starts off very like surreal, and then the second half just goes insane.
Yeah.
To the point where you're like, oh, that first half wasn't even that surreal. And the part where he's dancing on, I'm like, it feels like the movie has just gone like crazy at that point.
So I think that he had done that dance or danced like that, got a laugh, and was like, oh, I got to work this dance into the movie. Maybe. I don't really know. I'm not like a historian on the Pee-wees.
And so the tape thing was a thing in the show, and people just died laughing.
I saw him doing that like live, like that UCB type show, and he's like, "Why should we play with tape?" And he did it, and I went, "Oh, that's why they put that. That was a laugh."
Saw a video of it.
Yeah, that was something he had in his back pocket. That's funny. They'll put that in the movie,
and people were like in the audience laughing.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of jokes, killing on the road with an act.
I think
I'm sure a lot came with it.
What's blowing my mind is I just thought he was a children's act that Tim Burton made a little funnier in a movie, but I'm realizing now he's like an alt act for adults.
Yeah.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, I mean,
and maybe he became more of a children's.
Yeah, I don't know if Pee-wee's Big Adventure, who it was marketed to. It came out in '85. I was born in '81. So to me, it was a kids' movie with this horrifying Large Marge and fucking doctor scene. But like, the other famous person was it Jan Hooks? She was Adobo. And she's like, every piece of corn.
Is that the one from SNL?
She's an SNL.
I was wondering if that's the woman from 30 Rock. She plays Jenna's mother, I believe.
Yeah.
In 30, she died of cancer not too long ago.
Yes.
Yeah, she really aged quite a bit. She's in 30 Rock.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what? I did remember thinking that, and I was gonna look it up.
She's the only one.
Oh yeah, I was gonna, and she's great. I was gonna look it up, and then I got like, I was like, I don't care that much.
I took us off the road, but that needed to be said.
No, you're right. You're right. That's definitely that's the one person, and Phil Hartman at the end.
He also wins the world record on the moose, not a moose. What is it? A ox?
The bull.
Yeah, like he's going for the town
God,
record.
you really are a New York guy.
Going
like,
for the world.
What's the thing? The ox.
I don't know that was.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess. I mean, ultimately, it is just surreal. They're just kind of like throwing stuff out there, and it's just funny, but it's like. Some of it are jokes that are just like, like the guy wearing red and then the bull, that's just like a joke.
Sure.
And then others, and that's not that funny. That part's not that funny.
It's okay.
And then others are just like, to me, the part that I died laughing at is when the motorcyclists give him a motorcycle and he drives out and just, that's such a great wide shot.
Right into the sign.
Comedy is in the wide shot, and that is so,
They gave him a motorcycle. They were going to kill him. And then they gave him one of their spare motorcycles?
That whole part is just like a giant emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's like funny to explain that, like pitching that scene. All right, he's going to go into the bar, use the phone. He's going to shush them.
So funny.
Somehow they all hear the shush.
I'm trying to use the phone.
But he literally goes, shh. He goes, shh, and they all stop. So, like, on one hand, they are deeply offended, but they also perfectly heard him go, shh. So they're mad, right? And you're like, are they going to kill him? No. They just want him to leave. So, like, he leaves, knocks over the bikes.
All their bikes.
Now they want to kill him.
Yeah.
They
want to hang him. Then they tattoo him. And then they kill him.
And so they're going to kill him. Then a prostitute's like, let me fuck him first. Let me fuck the shit out of this gay boy.
I don't know that she was a prostitute.
Or, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. A biker chick.
Biker chick, yeah.
They look similar sometimes. And then he goes, can I have a last request? Which you don't even know what that means.
Sure.
Like, they go, yes. And, like, they don't even, like, is he mean like a meal?
Yeah.
You have no idea what that means. He borrows a guy's shoes.
Yeah, who's then 3 feet tall. I don't know if you saw that joke.
I missed that.
He goes from this, 6 foot tall, gives him the shoes, and he literally shrinks down like 4 feet.
Oh, that's
so funny.
So he borrows those shoes.
The platform shoes.
Does a dance that just makes them
Love him.
just pull a 180. They're just like, this guy is awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to go from killing him to giving him a bike.
Yeah.
So just to do that really quickly, the beat there.
Yeah.
Annoys him. They kick him out. He breaks their bikes. They're going to kill him. He dances. They give him a bike.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane.
And then he drives it straight.
Then he drives it
straight into a sign.
But as I'm saying it out loud, it is brilliant.
Brilliant.
Like, at the time you're watching, you're like, what is this? But it's brilliant to have that many
and that scene
that many flips.
And that scene is iconic. I don't know if it's not to you, but for me at least,
me.
like growing up, that song they would play at weddings, and every kid would be going.
Really?
Oh, you don't know? Oh my God!
Yeah,
Tequila. That song blew up because of that movie.
Well, I guess I knew the song. I didn't know it was from that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like that song wasn't written for that, but that song definitely got replayed a billion times because of that movie.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, and it's. Some people listening might think I'm like being annoying, trying to break it down why it works.
I think it's a great movie,
but it's like it does help me understand the brilliance. Just like saying all that part out loud, it is really funny to have that many crazy flips all in one.
I mean,
and what? Sorry, yeah.
No. Everything that movie leads into the next thing.
Yeah, and it's all just sheer pointlessness. That part, like, there's no. It does lead to him being in the hospital, but like, there's nothing.
It's just him and Phil Hartman getting high, being like, and he dances for the bikers.
Yeah. I mean, Big Lebowski reminds me in ways like this.
Me too.
Like this kind of like, especially that part, because that's like a weak, crazy subplot that leads to a dream sequence.
Yeah.
You know.
Also, real quick before we move on from this scene, one of my other favorite lines in the movie is when they go, he always goes where he goes. Should we go? I say we let him go. He says that little part. They're like, no.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That part. You know, I actually, now I'm saying out loud too, like Big Lebowski actually 100%. Because
Right.
it's like this guy who has a very clean, clear objective, trying to get a rug back, and he has his own unique way of life.
It's also a character movie.
A character movie that just goes to crazy places that are interwoven with dream sequences.
And the jokes are not necessarily jokes that are written. They're jokes that only that character can say.
Yes, and details for detail's sake.
Yes.
Like Big Lebowski is this brilliant movie where the details alone are just funny because they're great details.
Yes.
They don't maybe all thematically link up into an idea, but it's just the fact that the landlord happens to be doing a dance recital.
That's my favorite line in the whole movie. It's the fifth, dude. Far out.
Well, I mean,
it's like the funniest thing.
The part at the end where he's just like, "I'll be there," and then he's there. The fact that he scheduled that and made sure.
Absolutely, he's a great guy.
But so I wonder if Pee-wee had some influence on the Coen brothers.
I'm sure Pee-wee has had so much. I mean, you don't even know this because you're young, but Pee-wee had an. Look, man, it was Sesame Street,
We're
Mr.
the same age.
I don't know where you were in the 80s.
I'm 41. How old are you?
44.
Okay,
I don't know if that matters, but it was Mr. Rogers, Pee-wee, Kermit the Frog, Star Wars. Like, those were the fucking main things of my growing up.
Yeah, I missed.
Pee-wee was huge.
Yeah, well, I have a big blind spot for the 80s. I always
Where
did.
were you? What did you say?
I was one then, but I had I don't know. You know what it was too? As a kid, I never liked when they broke the fourth wall. So I never really got into Sesame Street or Barney or and I guess I saw Pee-wee as someone who broke the fourth wall.
I never saw Sesame Street as breaking the fourth wall. It's like a kid's show. There's
well, anytime they talk, I didn't like anything where they talk to me, kind of. Or
as a kid,
I guess interactive is what
2 or 3 years old. You're like, I don't like this
even
kind
then.
of
I was like, I don't like this Brechtian.
See, and you don't know about this, so it's even weird for me to bring it up. My dad hates Blippi because of
which
Peewee.
one's Blippi?
Blippi is a kid's show that my kid is a guy who wears a dumb hat, he's glasses, he's an adult boy, and he goes, "Hey, let's do colors." And my dad goes, "This guy's ripping off Pee-wee Herman," and I was like, "He kind of is."
Oh, interesting.
He kind of is, but also it's for a 2-year-old, so I'm not going to yell.
But yeah, as long as your kid isn't like, this is a ripoff.
No, my kid doesn't even. Yeah.
I guess that is. I guess maybe what Pee-wee is maybe the idea of Pee-wee is that it's just like a demented version of a children's character. Is that kind of what it is?
I don't know.
I want to pin it down. I want to articulate it.
I think you're right, but I mean, to me, it's like growing up. To me, he was a children's character. As an adult, I look back and I go, maybe he wasn't. Like today, watching it today was the first time I was ever like, maybe this wasn't a kids movie that I just watched.
I mean, I guess it was a kids movie. It's definitely not like, it's not like you saw The Crying Game as a kid. I mean, everyone watched this as a...
Yeah, but that big, I'm telling you, man, that large Marge scene, effects weren't there yet. That fucked some children up.
But, I mean, so did a lot of other kids' movies. Remember Watership Downs? That fucked me up. You ever see that?
No.
It's this cartoon of these rabbits looking for survival, and they get, one of them gets caught by a hawk, one of them dies in, an electric fence. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Kids' movie, though.
Willy Wonka has that twisted boat scene.
I mean, kids' movies are exactly. Kids' movies are the scariest. Wizard of Oz is terrifying.
Oh, did you ever see Return to Oz?
I hear that's like real.
It's a full fucking nightmare.
I actually really want to watch it.
You got to, because it was not for children in any way.
Well, I'm a big fan of the director. He's a great sound editor and sound designer named Walter Murch. It's I believe his only movie, but he did the editing for he did the sound editing for The Godfather, and he did editing for Apocalypse Now. He's a really brilliant guy, but it's good, right?
Dude, I don't know that it's good. I mean, as a kid, I can't watch it. My brother loved it. It's Fairuza Balk.
I know. I saw a clip the other day that was really freaky with the heads.
But it's so weird that
the heads taken off and putting on.
It fucked me. I watched it too young. That as an adult, I go, I can't watch this because it's it makes me feel weird.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure, but 80s had these weird Labyrinth was a crazy fucking Muppet movie. Dark Crystal.
Was it cocaine? Is this why this shit happened?
So I think there's a lot of cocaine. I also think that there's a lot of these guys who are doing kids shows because kids stuff was so big in the 80s that they were like, well, we want to stretch our legs and do something a little bit darker, or maybe we want to challenge children.
Right. I guess the 80s were a time where the idea of a children's show had a blurry border. It was is this a children's show or not? Is Labyrinth for children, or is this
It definitely was not. But I think
Yeah.
that parents were like, "Oh, it's Jim Henson. Put
Right,
it on." And we were
right.
like, "What? No." They also let me watch Porky's, and I'm like, "This also isn't a kids movie."
Well, they're like raping a kid. Or no, that's the
it's
one where they
all
have the hole
titties
in
and
the
ass,
wall.
and there's the fucking women in them. It's weird.
The whole movie, the whole plot is just a sexual.
Yeah.
Just
But
like.
parents didn't watch movies first.
Yeah.
They just went, "Yeah, what's that? Porky's? That's got to be like the Little Rascals. Put it on."
It's the one movie where the plot is just a crime. It's just like a sex crime. It's
Yeah.
like, let's look through. What if you could look through and see these women naked?
Yeah. That was the beginning. Was that the whole movie? What the hell was that movie?
It's like making an 80s movie. Where like, what if they just, like, it's about a guy who rapes a girl?
Yeah.
That's the movie. We call it Rape.
Dude, I think it was like The Secret to My Success. I watched. It's a Michael J. Fox movie, and the whole thing is that his uncle like owns the company or something, and he's trying to work his way up and not let his uncle know that he's there. And there's a woman also working there that is like the love interest, and he just keeps hitting on her, and she's like, "No, I'm here to work. I'm not here to have a boyfriend." And at the end, like they hook up, and it's like, "Oh, he just sexually harassed this woman in the workplace."
Wore her
the
down.
whole movie.
Wore her down.
Wore her down.
My favorite is Billy Madison. There's a part where the kid goes to him and goes, "I dare you to pretend to fall and like grab her tit." And Adam Sandler goes, "That's assault, brother." And then he goes, "Do you double dare me?" So you're like, it's such a funny moment because
That's
you're like,
funny.
"Oh, they were aware
They
of."
got it.
They understood. It wasn't like
Yeah.
he's like, "That's assault."
Yeah.
"Do you double dare me?"
That's pretty funny.
It's very.
But
funny.
at least they stated it because a
Well,
lot
that
of
might make
Spanish
it
movies
worse.
were like,
that might make it worse. They're like, "That's an assault. That's a crime."
so I mean,
Only a double dare will allow me to do it.
but that's funny.
That's
right?
hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah, of course.
But in
yeah.
the '80s movies, they were like, "No, it's not assault. It's not anything. We can just do it. This is what we do here." It's like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Well, there was a long time where people didn't really know what rape was, or men didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a bad
Yeah.
time for women.
Yeah.
Like that was just called like producing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Harvey Weinstein's like, "No, I'm just producing."
Although
like,
I
"No, you're a
argue-
serial rapist."
I wish we had Weinstein back because
Yeah?
I would suck that.
That's gonna be
man's
the clip.
dick so fast to get a career.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
that was
yeah.
an option, I would take the option.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
women, but men. I would.
yeah, I mean, you like, it's a one and done. I assume you get
One
in.
and done?
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
getting raped by this business for years. I'd rather get one and then give me my HBO series.
I guess it'd be cool if there was a producer who did that with only men and not even gay men. So all these straight men have to be like, "Yeah, I sucked that guy's dick."
Well, that's like the whole Brendan Fraser thing. I think that's what happened to Brendan Fraser.
Oh, really?
Like he got really badly sexually harassed, and like kind of put him into, and then got like burned from the business. But yeah, I mean, we get back to Peewee's Big Adventure.
Well,
I wrote a bunch of notes down. I also don't know how long we've been doing this.
Yeah. Get out your notes. Yeah.
I'm glad you liked it though.
I loved it. I mean, I really loved it. It was a wild and funny and some beautiful moments. Yeah, I really loved it. Yeah.
And that's the thing, man, right? Like, I didn't want to do a movie where you were like, you're just degrading everything I like.
Yeah, but could have been interesting too, because now we're just doing like the Chris Farley, like, you know that part that was awesome.
I bet people listening to it will just have.
No, it's true.
Pee-wee's
yeah.
Big Adventure and Pee-wee in specific was a person who just brought so much joy to people's life that, like, yeah, we're just bringing people joy right now.
Yeah, and you know his fall is so sad because he suppressed his sexuality for this character, and then when he's trying to get a little of himself in the shadows, it ruins his career. It's such a
Right.
tragic thing.
Because they saw him as a kid's person, I think.
Yeah,
And he was not out of the closet.
it's so tragic to like be like he's hiding his sexuality.
Right.
He's hiding his sexuality. He's just getting a little in the dark. Even in the dark, they find
Right.
him out and arrest him. You know what I mean? Or it's just fucked up.
Right. And then I didn't finish the documentary yet, but I mean,
He
everyone
dies at
says
the
he's
end.
like one of the sweetest people in
Really?
the world.
Yeah, I guess that has to.
Conan
yeah.
was like, this is every year in his birthday, he just sends him gifts
Really?
all throughout his birthday.
Yeah,
He's like a great dude.
yeah, that would be awful if he wasn't.
I know.
Well, him and like Weird Al and Emo all seem like very. I've met Emo. They all seem like very gentle souls.
Did you watch the Weird Al movie?
No, the one was Daniel.
It's like one of the
what's his
funniest.
name? Daniel
Radcliffe.
Yeah, dude.
It's like one of the funniest movies to come out.
Is it really good?
Oh, it's great.
Really?
You get the premise, right?
No, I thought it was a biopic.
Yeah, it's a biopic that is completely fabricated.
Oh, is it?
So as Weird Al got Daniel Radcliffe to play him, he's ripped. He dates Madonna in the movie. Like it's so fabricated and hilarious.
I guess that makes sense. I guess a biopic where his parents are asphyxiated to death while he's on tour would have been a little much.
Yeah, because Weird Al, Weird Al's always just like, yeah,
you know
my life
that,
is
right?
great. What? No.
His parents. Oh yeah, I'm not making that up.
What?
He was like on tour and he found out his parents, they like forgot to, you know how in a house sometimes you forget to like close something and you just die in your bed?
Yeah.
Like they did that.
Oh my God.
And they both were dead. They like, I forget what it was.
And then he had to do Eat It.
He had to do Eat It that night. And like, and he stayed on tour for like, I think a long time. He wouldn't go off tour.
Wow.
He unfortunately had like very moving songs to express his grief through.
But Weird Al had kind of said
Crying
that,
while
like,
doing Amish Paradise.
Yeah. He had said that, like, his life isn't that crazy. He's like a nice, normal guy.
Well, except for that part.
Except for that part. Right, but that's not his origin story. That's
Yeah.
kind of happens after he's made. So, like, the idea of him having this completely ridiculous
That's
fabricated
great, yeah.
is so fucking
It's
funny.
Madonna?
What?
Madonna, you're saying, is in it? Like he dates Madonna?
He did, like, in the movie, he dates Madonna, and she's just trying to, like, ruin his life, and then
Oh, that's so funny.
it's so funny. I mean, you really got to watch it. It's so funny.
That reminds me, there was that great Dylan documentary that Scorsese made where, like, they made up, like, everything in it. Yeah, it's really funny. It's really funny. Like, Sharon Stone is talking about, like, dating him, and it's all, like, made up.
Really?
Yeah, it's great.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And I didn't realize it was made up when I watched it, and when you don't think it's made up, there's some, which you're not supposed to, there's some really, like, there's a part where Dylan's talking about someone who was on tour with him. He's like, yeah, he got paranoid. He thought everyone was like, he thought someone else was like recording him secretly or something. And he's like, and that guy was, I fucked up the joke, but it's like really funny. I fucked it up.
Did you see that? Was the new Dylan movie any good?
I mean, it's
I kind of wanted to see it.
It is what it is. I mean, like it's he does a great job. I just don't think there's much of a story there. I never thought the whole.
That's why Scorsese made all this shit up.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no story here. You gotta shoot somebody.
I never thought the whole like I don't know like the whole him like going electric and pissing people off. I thought
I didn't see it. I want to see it.
I just think it's like overhyped as a issue and as a conflict. And I just think it's like not much of a story.
Because I'm not a big Dylan guy. I like his writing.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big Dylan guy, and I wanted to be a Dylan guy. I was hoping watching this movie would make me a Dylan guy.
Could you? I mean, he does beautiful renditions of songs, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm trying to. What do you have other notes? We should probably wrap this up in a minute.
Yeah, I'm good whenever you're good. But I think we hit most of my favorite things. Let me see. One other thing is a hidden character that no one talks about how it's great. Man, Danny Elfman's soundtrack.
Incredible.
The music is.
I was thinking, like, man, that guy has created his own style, and you know it every time you hear it.
Danny Elfman?
Yeah, and you're like, well, how's that come? Like, I don't know much about music, but you just know a Danny Elfman score. It's just pretty amazing.
He has things he likes. I'm sure there's like instruments to him. They go
that he
I love that sound.
emphasizes.
Yeah,
I don't know what the instruments are, but like it creates a style that you just
Right.
always. It's like certain painters are like that's definitely Van Gogh.
Right.
Like Danny Elfman is the most like unique, like more so than any of them of knowing who the
And he was
score
in
it is.
Oingo Boingo.
What's that?
You remember Oingo Boingo was this like crazy 80s band where it's like
Oh, really?
You hear it and you go, oh, this is a band that's going absolutely nowhere. It's dead in the 80s. And you go, oh, no, that's Danny Elfman, who goes on to do the Batman theme song, Spider-Man theme song, Simpsons.
Yeah,
Fuck, right.
I mean, he's brilliant. I mean,
Yeah.
he is like. Simpsons and Batman. Batman's like incredible.
Yeah.
Like incredible.
I mean, he made that Batman song is Batman.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of, like, even with Spider-Man, right? He didn't, like, there's no Spider-Man song where you go, well, there's like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That bullshit, but like the Batman, like, that's.
And what's interesting
like
about
John Williams in Star Wars.
Yes, and what's interesting about the Batman score is a lot of his scores are just kind of weird and humorous, but that's actually a very serious operatic score.
Yeah.
Like it's actually like doesn't. I'm contradicting myself in a way because I'm like every Danny Elfman song has that, but that one actually is like very serious and like beautiful and haunting.
Yeah.
Which like is different than a lot of his other work.
It's also so Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, oh wow, like their vibe together is perfect.
They are perfect together. Tim Burton's it's just like a bunch of weirdos found each other, you know? Tim
That's the best
Burton,
thing. Tim Burton found and
Johnny
Peewee.
Depp, Pee-wee, you know? I mean, Johnny Depp might have been a weirdo in a bad way where you're like,
I don't
beat
know.
your wife.
Research on
Yeah. But any other...
my middle name is Francis.
Oh, what's that part? I don't even remember that.
So I know that's the truth. My real middle name is Francis.
Oh,
The
which is-
character of Francis changed the path of my life. My mom or my brother, when they wanted to make fun of me, they go, Francis.
Oh,
And I'd be
really?
like, you fucking name me, you bitch. Francis being in that movie ruined my middle name.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, well, we were both personally connected. Me with my bike and you with the middle name.
Yeah.
He's so great. Yeah, the movie's awesome. I mean, like, I loved it. It was one of them. You know, it's always cool to see a movie where I haven't seen. So I'm like, oh, that's Large Marge. You know, But yeah, it was. I think it has what, like, to wrap it all up, like, it to me it does such an influence on Ace Ventura and Dumb and
Yes.
Dumber and what was the other thing I was saying with influence on Billy Madison,
Right.
But I think that the key to a lot of it is hostility. Like a lot the funniest characters, the clowns, have like hostility
A little
in
sharp.
them, a little edge, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I never really could get into Robin Williams comedically, because he didn't really have that hostility the way that Jim Carrey does.
Well, he had the darkness.
Well, yeah, he commits suicide, but
Well,
that's
no, but like where Jim Carrey goes needly,
yeah.
Robin Williams would get dark in his roles, like, and that's the
No,
thing
I'm
that
saying,
he
but
does.
no, you're right.
That was the appeal.
But I'm saying comedically,
Sure.
his comedic stuff I found, his dramatic stuff was good, and that's where he could go. But his comedic stuff, I found, yeah,
Sure.
it's just talking really quickly. It's just
Yeah.
reminding you about things.
Yeah.
But like a little hostility
Sure.
is just like great, and he has that in spades, you know. Well, this has been a good episode. I'm glad we finally.
I'm glad you loved Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah, it's so funny. You've been trying to get me on your podcast, but you're such an insanely impulsive person. I'll get a message being like, "You want to do my podcast in 10 minutes?"
Yeah, in 20
It's
minutes.
like insane.
But we were like down the block as well. So,
Oh, yeah, I guess we were. But I got to schedule things. I got to plan them
well,
out.
I will say we have a new producer now.
Oh, really?
Who's really making us. Yeah, welcome to Talk Towns. My podcast is great. I should plug it.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
totally
Do
forgot.
some plug. Is this the one with Alice? Did you do
It's
it with
me, Allison, Libby, and Anthony DeVito.
That's great, yeah.
The whole thing is that we're creating a new town. So, like, what do you hate about society? We're rewriting the laws of everything.
Oh, that's
of,
great.
Like, how would you do these laws? How would you handle tipping? How would you handle toilets?
God,
And
that
then
sounds
fun
like something that
adventures.
would like blow up as a podcast.
Yeah, we got about 40 listeners. So I don't know what we're doing.
Well, that's the thing. It sounds like it, but like so like. It's like you almost have to have that concept for something to blow up.
Yeah.
But then there's a bunch of them that have that weird, you know what I mean?
You got to get big guests, and we're just
Yeah, you
having so
gotta-
much fun
yeah.
on it. It's still pretty new. But no, I love
It's
it.
so weird, podcast. You're like, I'm going to do one on analyzing the second season of Brady Bunch. And that doesn't do well. But the one analyzing the first season of Gilligan's Island is like huge or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like you have to hit the perfect niche.
Well, the algorithm or whatever, or the niche, yeah.
The algorithm. Well, yeah, check out his podcast with Allison and Anthony. Very funny people. And, yeah, check me out. I'm going to be in San Francisco in a couple. This is probably going to come out next week. So I'll be in San Francisco this weekend. So get tickets now. punchup.live/Raanan/tickets. And I'll see you soon. Cut.
Raanan is fat and he's a Jew. He'll tell you something that you already knew. Your favorite movie sucks. Your favorite movie sucks. American Beauty or Forrest Gump. Your favorite movie sucks.